I'm Reeves Kurtner, and this is In Your Business. Season 1 of In Your Business is presented by Moses Auto Mall of Huntington, online at mosesmeansmore.com, and powered by the Huntington Regional Chamber of Commerce and Kindred Communications. This week, we're joined by Rebecca Thomas, owner of True Soul Boutique, a downtown Huntington boutique specializing in clothing and accessories. Since opening in 2020, Rebecca says social media has helped her attract new customers and retain existing ones to her 4th Avenue location. She's going to share with us some of her tips, insights, and strategies for using social media. Let's get in your business. Let's start by talking about your background and how True Soul Boutique came to be.
Well, my background has always been in retail. And when I was 16 years old, I started at Limited 2 at the Huntington Mall. I worked there all the way through high school, and then went to WVU, then came back to Marshall. When I was going to Marshall, I started working at Buckle. So I've always been in the retail side of things. I went to Florida with Buckle. And then
What do you mean you went to Florida?
Yes, I moved to Florida with the company Buckle,
Yeah.
and started working down there. And it was actually completely different than our Buckle up here because you really can't layer and like sell all these, different accessories and all this stuff. But it was a good experience, but I realized then I didn't want to work for, corporate retail.
Right.
I saw just people give their lives. I was like, no, I'm out. I moved back to Huntington. And then really didn't know what I was going to do. And then I started a vending business. So I got into the vending world, and it was called Becca's Treasures.
Okay.
And that's when I would go to music and arts festivals. I would go to Huntington, Music and Arts,
Yeah, sure.
Pop-Up,
Yeah.
Mountain Music Fest, just festivals. And it was, and it evolved. I was like, I want it to be more boutique-esque.
Right.
I just kind of started that as something fun, and I was like, I want it to be more boutique-esque. So then I changed the name to True Soul, and then I still was vending in the summertime. And then one of my friends, she has a shop in Ashland, I started sharing a space with her. So I got my feet wet and kind of having a brick and mortar,
Right.
the storefront, going to work every day, opening the shop, and then COVID hit.
Right.
So then I pivoted. I was like, I want to find the storefront now. And I was just driving down 4th Avenue, and I found a place for rent, called up Liza Caldwell.
Right.
I was like, I want to rent this space. And that's how True Soul.
Yeah, so when was that when you officially opened up your first brick and mortar store?
Officially opened up in 2020, November 3rd, 2020.
Yeah.
So we were still in the pandemic. I had the sign with the masks. You got to wear a mask.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
selling
Sure.
masks. It was crazy. But that time when COVID hit, it gave me the time to apply for the business license, get everything, figured out, and let's make this legit. Let's go, with it. I had the time, and I, did all that stuff and found this space, and I really wanted to be in downtown Huntington.
Yeah, sure.
I really did. And honestly, on 4th Avenue.
Right.
So I was pumped when I just was driving, looked to my right, and for
Right.
Lisa, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
For people that might not be familiar, what give us a synopsis of True Soul Boutique. What do you got in there? What do you specialize in?
Okay, what we specialize is women's clothing, but it could be anyone's clothing. So I sometimes don't even say women's, it's just clothing.
That's right.
We got clothing, we have accessories, we have artisan-made gifts. So I try to find local artisans. We do a collab with Hot Wick Social with
Okay.
candles. Mm-hmm. So there's 3 exclusive scents for us. I love doing that. Also, we have soaps. There's this website where you can get a lot of artisan-made stuff. So all my gifts are artisan-made
Right.
throughout the United States, and I love that. So we are a collection of just clothing, accessory, jewelry, gifty items. So, just fun stuff. I
Sure.
love it.
Well, so we want to talk about social media and
Yes.
leveraging social media for your business and talk about how important social media has been for the growth of True Soul Boutique.
Yes, it's been a huge growth factor. I knew immediately when I opened the store, we have to dive into social media. And Instagram was really hot then. TikTok was still, it was there. But, my main focus, I was like, I got to focus on Instagram. And we, showing up every day, posting, and it's free, all the social media, until you boost posts, but this is a free marketing tool. And the exposure you get on it is amazing. Like, people would, find me through Instagram, and then we started into TikTok, because TikTok's really a big thing now. I mean, that is truly where you will scale and grow and, find even new, followers or clients. So I went into, TikTok too, and doing all the reels and the TikToks, and it just really helps your broaden your reach on on social media. Just getting out there, and I mean, it's tough. Sometimes you don't want to post every day, but it's a free platform to grow and just reach people that you might have not normally have reached, or they don't even know I'm there or like open yet. They're like, I didn't know this place existed. I saw you on Instagram. I saw you on TikTok. So it is a great marketing tool.
So, what social media channels do you use? There's so many, right?
I know. So these are my main ones: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Okay.
I don't really do Twitter. But
X, come on.
No.
It's X now.
Oh, it's X. Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't
right.
know.
Come on.
I know, come on. I'm not up with that one.
No, it's all good. Elon Musk bought it and then he renamed it X.
Of course. X.
I'm trying to sound like I'm on top of things. But so Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah. So, out of those, why those three and why not the other? Why not Snapchats and Be Reels and X and Twitter and so forth?
Yeah. And we did Be Reels for a hot second. I will say that we do have an account. Oh, and I do use Pinterest. I forgot to say.
Yeah.
Pinterest is good in the fashion realm because that's like a dreaming board where they dream about their fashion, so you just post pictures and they get inspiration.
Sure.
But Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, like, why I use those?
Yeah.
Facebook too, because that's the OG, like, that just, you got to have your Facebook page. It has like all the hours, like people, and I do that. Any restaurant or something, I search like, when are they open? It's very quick to see where they're located and all that stuff. But why Instagram and TikTok? Because we can take videos and show how we style these products, how they look on the bodies, and just getting all the pieces out in front of people. So like it's easy for all our videos and just having the photos. And my Instagram is connected with Facebook. So that's great.
Right.
And that's easy. So when I post on Instagram, it goes straight to Facebook. But mainly those because it's photo, all about the photos, about the videos, and just styling and showing how to wear, when you would wear these pieces, when these will look good. So it's just getting those photos and the styling tips out in front of the people.
Right. I mean, what would you say, what are the key elements of your social media strategy?
Okay, key elements. One is showing up daily.
Daily, consistency.
Consistency is
How many
key.
times a day? Does it matter?
I'm shooting for one. Each day is different. Sometimes I'm in the mood. I mean, I can post 2 to 3 times a day.
Sure.
And literally, it's kind of what you want to do, but you at least need to post once a day. That's what they say. But if you have that energy and you have that content, post twice, post 3 times. Some people want to do, morning, afternoon, evening. But my strategy is at least show up once a day on both. I usually, TikTok and Instagram, and the Instagram will go to the Facebook.
Right.
So and that's posting. So there's the stories too on Instagram. And so that is something I just do throughout the day. And, whatever I'm doing, I'm unboxing something. I got some new items in. I put my face on there and I just talk about things. So my strategy is to at least post once a day.
Yep.
And then keep the stories going, throughout the whole day, pretty much. And that is, I can just even put a photo up on the stories. But just keep those stories going too. And, just keep, so they can just see what's going on with True Soul that day. And then once a week, we kind of do photos. Because, you got to show
You'll do a photo shoot?
We do a photo shoot.
Right.
Yeah, you got to show off the new product. So we kind of start that at the beginning of the week. I do photos with my employees.
Okay.
And sometimes we do big photo shoots. I'll have Ellen Chambers. She's my photographer. We'll do, big photo shoots and we'll go to different locations. But look, that's a strategy too. Once a week, get photos. So I will have
So you're
content.
stocked up for the whole week,
Yes,
right?
content. But then you got to caption them, So that's a whole nother part. And kind of just choosing what photos you want to put on there.
Right.
So really my strategy, do the photos, post every day, keep the stories rolling, and just be present. You got to be present on
Right.
the social media.
What, when you talk about stories and so forth, what should a story be versus a post?
Okay, story kind of is what you're doing right then and there in the store.
Okay.
Maybe you got 5 UPS boxes, and I'm just like, look what arrived, gonna unbox. Or me just talking on there about upcoming events, what we have going on, or how my day's been. Maybe flashing new product really quick.
Right.
Too. And it's just like boom, boom, boom. They can just see, really quick, oh, we got this in store. And it's just like one photo.
That's right.
And then when we do the posts, it is usually one outfit. There's probably like 4 different photos of that one outfit, and kind of saying like where you would wear this, how you would style, what this kind of outfit is good for. And sometimes we can do like a little collection of, fall fits,
Right.
holiday fits. But the Instagram story is just like a quick glimpse, into what's going on and what we have new.
Sure.
And then the post is the full outfit, the ensemble, how we styled it, and maybe even a closer look,
Right.
different photos of it, so they can really see the product details. And they're like, "Ooh, I do like this," and "Oh, I liked how she styled it. Let me go in." And
Right.
and those are on the feed forever. So they.
How do you stay on top of these trends? I mean, where do you get your research and information from? Earlier you
Yes.
said they said. I'm like, well, who's they?
Yeah, that is true. So I listen to a lot of podcasts
Okay.
about boutique business.
Yeah, sure.
So I have my set podcast that just talk about what you should be doing on social media, what you should be just doing in your business. But a lot of influence comes from influencers on, Instagram and TikTok, really. Like, I follow these girls, and, their style is funny. Girls are wearing ribbons again all in their hair and, like, on their sweaters. And you just following these influencers, you just see what the popular trends are, the Uggs, and just what has come back in style. But you can't focus solely on trends, because that's a quick, they're in and out. That's not going to be probably popular next year.
Right.
So you kind of need to catch, be ahead, buy a little assortment, see how it does. Because some people love trends and some people really don't. They don't care about the trends. So me personally, how I just keep on top of it are my podcasts and then following influencers
Yeah, sure.
on all the socials.
So do you treat, that you said Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, do you treat them all differently? Do you have a different strategy? Is it a different audience? I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
Facebook is older than TikTok,
Yes.
but I feel like they're all kind of merging together, though.
Yes, they kind of are, and where I said that Instagram's connected to Facebook,
Right.
I just let that one ride. I
Okay.
don't do really anything separate on Facebook now, because that's not really my demographic. I'm just like, it's good to have it there and it's updated, but I don't specifically go into Facebook and do a lone post. It's all connected to the Instagram.
Right.
And then TikTok, they are really into the reels of just showing different outfits, like just quick, like, and that's for my younger gals, and that's really for me to reach people I've never even reached. That's where I've had a lot of people say, "Hey, I saw you on TikTok. I saw you on TikTok." I mean, everyone's really on TikTok. They love those videos. So that's my strategy. We do different TikToks than Reels. So the Reels are for Instagram. We do different ones because there's different trending sounds, and they are different. So, and honestly, I rely on my employees a lot, my younger gals, to be like, what's trending? Let's find a sound. Let's show these outfits. I tell them kind of what I want to be shown. Like today, we just did one of this big puffer green jacket. I was like, get on there and show like 3 ways to style this. And it's so funny. They are really more familiar with TikTok. Like, that's so much easier. Like doing the reels on Instagram, like they're not as familiar with, but they love the TikTok. So kind of let them
Right.
do that.
Sure. What kind of content resonates the best with your audience?
I think when we do all the different stylings, like we take just like, hey, these are 5 different holiday looks, or, Thanksgiving looks, and there's like, 6 different looks, and they're all like switching through the different looks. I really think that resonates with people when I actually show my face too. When I'm on, I like to stick to the reels on Instagram, but when I show my face, that really resonates with everyone. They love it, and it is a good time. And I just do funny ones.
Yeah, sure.
And then also when I talk about just like shopping local first or shopping small,
Right.
they really love that too. I just did one of those, like, remember this holiday season to shop local first. You know,
That's right.
big box stores don't care. If you shop local, you really made someone's day.
Sure.
Maybe changed their life, but they really loved that one. So those are my top when we show a lot of different outfits, when I show my face. And then, you know, just talking about shopping local
Yeah.
and small and keeping it in the community.
So do you engage with your audience? Like, do you get feedback and comments? Do you comment back? How does all that go? Yeah.
Yes, you have to. When people comment, you should always comment back.
Okay.
You know, I learned that, you know, through these podcasts, they're like, you know, you should comment back, talk to everybody,
Right.
engage, and Instagram wants you to engage. They're looking at you, or you know, they're watching you, how
Right.
you use their platform, you know, how long you spend on there, how you engage. But I treat, you know, every person that leaves a comment, I comment back,
Yeah.
and I love it, like, because you know that's just a connection too. I don't leave. It's just nice to have that, but it is the best if you can respond back to everybody.
Do you ever do like contests or anything like that?
Oh yeah, we do giveaways.
Okay. How does that work?
Okay, so and that it used to be a lot bigger, and I'll tell you why it's not as big now online. So the giveaways we would, and this was to grow followers on Instagram. So you know we would have a little bundle, a True Soul gift card, Stanley Cup. We would do. And we would do them every couple months, but you know, you tag 3, you know, besties, give us a follow, give us a share. You know, you get entered into this giveaway, and we would draw a name. Well, the last time I did it, there were so many spam accounts, and these spam accounts were messaging my followers and saying, "You've won. You know, give me your information." Some people got tricked, and I just was so tired of that happening because the last 2 times I did it. It was so many spam accounts. And recently I did a giveaway in store. So you would have to come in and make a purchase. So I know online it is free. So I might be like, you just come in the store and put your name in the basket. But this time I just did, when you make a purchase, you get entered into win a $100 gift card. I was like, we're going to try something new because it was getting really crazy with all the spam accounts. I mean, constantly, oh, this person made an account of you. This made account, you know, True Soul. But we did that. It was a good thing when I first started in 2020.
Right.
Probably for a year. Because the spam bots didn't know about it. But that is something good to do and still do. You just got to clarify, you know, I'll reach from this account, put in those disclaimers, and no hashtags because that gets it out to the world a
Right.
lot quicker. So giveaways really are a good thing to grow your followers.
Yeah,
and
sure.
to treat your customers too. You know, you're giving back to them.
You talked about photo shoot day earlier, so you know you bring an outside photographer every week for your photo shoots, or
No, I actually take the photos, the weekly ones.
with an iPhone?
Yo, with an iPhone.
Yeah.
You know, I just do it, and they look great.
No,
I mean, they look clear. I'm like, this is awesome. This is even the new one.
Well, yeah.
So.
I mean, so that's what I'm asking. I mean, do you? iPhones and camera phones are amazing now.
Mm-hmm.
Portrait mode is amazing, and so forth. I mean, do you use special lighting, special backgrounds, special software? Or
Yeah, I really don't. You know,
Okay.
honestly, I just we go out on the street. I love, like in motion photos or just like lifestyle photos. Like I said, we call it, like we are, you know, on the streets of Huntington, and I love to show off my city. So I like to get out there. So I just take the girls, usually just one girl, and we go out there and I just snap, you know, and then we go back and change. There's really, I've learned kind of with the sun, you know, the lighting, but this is all kind of learning new for me. I
Right.
didn't take a photography class.
Yeah.
So I'm having fun with it. And when we do the bigger photo shoots, they have a camera, they have an editing system.
Right.
And it still is cohesive and it still looks good. And I just need photos so constant, like every week. And I probably could get a real camera and learn all that stuff. I'm like,
I don't know if you need to. I really don't.
I'm like, it's just, and it's already on there. So it's
Yeah.
really easy for me to put it on the social media since it's right there on the phone. And when we're doing these photo shoots, I'll throw it on the story real quick. You know, I'll take them photos. And I'll just do one photo, you know, of the outfit. But like, I'm boom, boom, boom. Like right when we
Right.
take those photos, it's on the story. So
Yeah.
they can see and they love that. And then I'll make a post. with the whole outfit and more photos.
Right.
So, I mean, the iPhone's great. And I said, this is like a 10. So I can't wait till I update to the new
sure.
iPhone.
So you mentioned earlier the challenge of doing the contest. Any other challenges or setbacks that you've had regarding social media?
Just, again, trying to show up every day. And sometimes I don't want to be in front of the camera.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
I'm just you gotta feel good, and just like have that energy. And sometimes I'm like, oh, that is a challenge for me. I know I wrote a few down, but that's one. It's just like really showing up every day.
Yeah.
And they do want to see my face, and I want to engage with them. So it's just that's challenging. And then captioning those photos, man.
Okay.
Coming up with a quick caption or just like that engages them. But then we want to wrap it back to actually selling the outfit.
Of course.
Too. I mean, I don't want to be constantly sell.
Well, yeah. Come on. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the sales make the money.
Yes.
That makes it so. It's just finding those captions to like being creative.
Do you use ChatGPT?
Yes, I started doing that.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it's not. I was like, they say if you're not using AI, you're behind.
Yeah.
I mean, if that resource is out there for you, you need to be on it.
It's for something like I don't have a boutique, but if I need to do captions, to me, it's like brainstorming with 3 or 4 people all at the same time, and it's just one person, right?
Yeah, I know.
It's okay. I mean,
truly is. And like they give you all those options. I'm like, we can make it sound, friendly, professional. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yes, yeah.
And then with Canva, they have, an AI system now in it. I haven't used it on Canva yet, but I'm excited to try that out. Just when you're not feeling creative, when you're just like stumped. So those are the challenges, are just trying to show up every day and be present, because sometimes it's tough. And then the day gets away with you, but you just got to really, know, okay, I'm going to spend, 15 minutes maybe captioning up this post and getting them in the drafts. That's the key too, drafting a lot.
Well, I was going to ask too. I mean, why can't you schedule posts or use software or whatever? And that way you can just do it all one week, and then Monday a social media day, and I'm done for the week.
A lot of boutiques, they block it out. They do that. I've scheduled one post in my life.
Okay.
Like, I need to use that.
Yeah, sure.
Because that is, a tool that will really help you. Because you could post those 3 times a day because you already have it scheduled out.
That's right.
And honestly, a lot of boutiques use that. So, and the first time I did it was just a few weeks ago, and it was great because I needed to post it like at 8 a.m. or something. And I was like, I'm just going to schedule it. And you can schedule it now within Instagram and Facebook. Like, they have this system. I don't have to. Because that was the thing when I first started. You had to have another, app to schedule it. So now it's all intertwined. So I had to be on that because that would take the load off completely. And just your content's already made.
Yes.
It's out there, it's scheduled. So that's another challenge. I got to get on that one.
Right. What about, something that makes me laugh when I scroll through Instagram is... you will, today's whatever, we're recording this in the middle of November. I'll still see posts from October 31st from Halloween, right? I mean, seriously, that's just like the way that the algorithms work.
Yeah.
And I mean, so what are your thoughts on that? I mean, you're posting something, Halloween related, and Halloween was 2 weeks ago, but people are still seeing it too. It can be kind of frustrating sometimes when you're...
I know, and like that is just Instagram's algorithm. And I've noticed if I went to somebody's like page and like started liking their stuff, like another boutique, then their posts just start popping up on my feed from weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and I look at the date and I'm like, that's odd. Like it's not a recent post.
Nothing is, it's not in order of time.
No.
It never it hasn't been in years.
No, and it's like, I think it's when you start going to other people's pages and liking their stuff, like they think you want more of that in your feed.
Yeah.
So they're bringing it, into your feed. And I don't see my own, like the True Soul, like what would pop up like from a few weeks ago. Like, and honestly, I feel like there's not much we can do with that because I think that's Instagram's, algorithm. And it is, no one really knows anything about it.
I was going to ask, I was going to ask, what do you know about their algorithm?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's a hidden thing because they've changed it up. I guess they have a few times. And like, I'm just like, I'm not diving deep. I'm going to do my post. I'm going to try to get out there exposure. But you can work the system. You can play their game.
Right.
That's what I heard. They have like a game, just like probably being active on the platform for so long, interacting. But I mean, I interact with other boutiques, with
Yeah.
the people, and I'll like gain followers and lose followers, gain followers and lose followers. I'm like, I'm just not going to stress about the followers, honestly, and just keep posting and doing what I have been, showing the great clothes, showing our personality, and not fret about really, because I've been doing it really all organically. I've boosted posts, from time to time, but usually it's just me trying to grow. I'll follow other boutiques,
Right.
I comment, and boutiques I really do like, and I like their style, that we're similar. But I'm just like,
Well, I mean, Facebook and Instagram, they don't want anybody to see your post for free. They don't. They're a business.
yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
so they want you to pay to get it.
And that can be something, because where I have paid before, and it's been, maybe
Yeah.
like a month, or probably maybe like wanting me to boost some more
Yeah, sure.
ads, like we're not going to let you gain a lot of followers right now because we know you will pay.
Right.
We're waiting for you to boost. some
Yeah,
posts.
sure.
And like that could be something, because that could be their game.
Yes.
That
Yeah. It's a
really-
publicly traded company. Yes.
Yeah, I
mean,
know,
it's a
because like
game,
they
yeah.
want to make money too, and like
Yeah.
they're like, boost the post,
Yeah.
boost this post. Like they have their ads about boosting posts, and really though, when I boosted posts, they have helped. I've gained a lot of followers, and but you got to at least like, I spend over $100 on each post. I feel like, to really
Yeah.
get the broad audience, and that is in our marketing budget now. Really, it has to be.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I tried to do it on TikTok, but it's a little bit, I couldn't get it going, but I will boost posts on TikTok and have a TikTok shop.
Right.
I'm in the works of connecting my back office with my TikTok shop, because, that's a lot of people are just shopping on TikTok.
Yeah, so
now.
I mean, when did you decide, going back to TikTok, which is the newest big one, when did you decide, hey, we need to be on TikTok?
I would say probably a year in. I had wrote that down, because I would say probably a year in, it was really, because during the pandemic I think it got bigger too, people at the house. But I mean, I was like, okay, we got to jump on this.
Right.
Like, let's get in on it, and we have been for a while.
Yeah.
Really not as consistent as Instagram. Our posting, and it just depends on my employees too, like who's there in the shop to post
Yeah.
and willing to get in front of the camera
Yeah.
and do these TikToks. So it's kind of who's in the shop and who I have working. But I knew, I was like, we have to get on the TikTok.
Yeah.
Just exposure,
Right.
post anything. I need to kind of see, really what is working on TikTok, because they say you really need to know your ideal customer and dig deep, think of your ideal customer, have a name for her, what she's doing on the weekends.
Yeah.
And when you really narrow that down, then like TikTok knows who you're trying to attract,
Sure.
and they'll send it out to those people.
Have you used influencers or anything like that to promote your boutique?
Okay, I haven't done influencers, but I started doing NIL deals with the Marshall
Nice.
women's athletics
Awesome.
teams.
Talk about that.
Yes, and that's just been fun, and that actually has been very beneficial. So about last spring, I had a shopper come in, and she works for, I think, Big
And
Green.
that is an influencer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
no,
is.
that
It
is,
is.
yeah.
You're exactly right. So I had a shopper come in, and she's like, now they can do NIL deals.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should get with some of the girls, and her daughter played soccer, and I was like, you are so right. And her daughter's a big shopper of mine too. So I was like, that's perfect. Let's get these two soccer girls, come in, we'll do a photo shoot, I'll send them out. I think I had an employee take the photos. I kind of showed them what I wanted them to wear, the vibe I was going for. And we set up, we were like, okay, you got to do so many posts, so many stories.
So they're posting on their own
Yes,
social media,
yes.
tagging you and so forth.
We actually do a collab. So on the top, it shows up
Right.
on my feed and then their feed. So we do that collaboration or partnership. So we have a set thing, how many posts, how many stories within a time frame. So they're the ones who started. I had these two soccer girls. I did one with a softball gal. The soccer girls, they got me a lot of followers. I think it's because one girl was really local, too. Because then I recently just did a volleyball gal, and she's from Arizona, and it wasn't as many followers. A lot of likes. Everyone loved the post. but only like 2 followers.
Okay.
And I'm trying to gain followers, honestly.
Right. So, I mean, when you made the decisions to work with those athletes, I mean, did you look at, okay, this girl has 2,000 followers, this one has 500 followers, I want the girl with 2,000 followers?
Yes, I know. Like, I have to look at
That's
it.
what you're paying for.
Yes, that's what I'm paying for. You got to have the following, and like, some of them have reach out to me, and I'm like, okay, I check them out. And
Yeah.
They all usually have over 2,000. You
Yeah.
know, they
Kids have a lot more than
this
us,
realm,
me, us old people over
I
here.
know. I'm like,
so,
okay, you're killing it there.
Right.
So the last few girls have reached out to me, but every athlete that comes in, I talk about the NIL deals. I'm like, I'm down to do it. I'm going to get a collection from all the sports teams. But honestly, it's just sometimes I don't have time to reach out to all these people, And
But you don't have to be specific, but can you talk about the payment setup? How are you paying them per post, per month?
No, usually
season.
Yeah, usually it is just one payment for all of the posts in the stories. Like they get one lump payment, and they'll get a discount too.
Okay.
Sorry, they get a discount. So we do a payment and a discount, but it's just all up front, all at one time.
Yeah.
So
okay.
And it's kind of on the honor system, because I'm like, I send them away, like, okay, you got to make your so many posts. And I do put it in a time frame because I'm like, that's going to help us.
Right.
You got 2 months, get it out there. We're going to do another photo shoot tomorrow with some track and field girls.
Okay.
They're actually like shot put throwers. And they're beautiful. Like you still got to have my vibe and
of course.
Love fashion.
Yeah.
And they usually always do. And they're usually shoppers originally with me. And I'm like, oh, you're an athlete, let's do
sure.
this.
Right.
And they love it, and it's like a tie with Marshall because I want to do stuff with Marshall.
That's right.
I'm a graduate from Marshall. I love Marshall, and that is it's a big college, university. Like that's I can make money. So
Yeah,
it's
sure.
just like, I want to have that connection, and I mean I love to support Marshall too.
There you go. I like that. I want to do an episode on NIL. I haven't yet, but I want to do a whole episode on businesses who are doing that, taking advantage of it, and so forth.
And they should. Like, Marshall is an untapped. How many students go there? And, like, they don't know about downtown shopping. A lot of them aren't even from Huntington.
That's right,
you
of
know?
course.
Like,
Yeah.
And we are so close, like, to the university and shopping. I mean, they can walk to all of us.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They need to know. And, like, I have, I'm engaged with the college students. There is a focus on them because I want them to be able to come downtown, find an outfit to go out in, or just for their events. Like, that is so fun. Like, when I was young, we didn't have that when I went to school here. When I went to WVU, I remember they had a boutique, and I loved it. I was there every week shopping.
Yeah.
And when I came back to Marshall, and again, boutique shopping wasn't that big when I came back to Marshall in 2010. Yeah, 2009, 2010. And like, it's just like, I want something for the, for the girlies,
Sure.
for everyone. Just like come down and shop,
Yeah.
get you a fun outfit, and it's a good time.
Yeah, sure. So I mean, we you keep saying I want followers and obviously I want sales. What kind of metrics do you focus on when you look at the performance of your posts, stories, videos, etc.?
Yes, and I need to actually look at more of the analytics. Sometimes I just let it go, and I'm like, okay, we got a lot of likes on this. We got a lot of followers, but I need to really dig down in the analytics and see. Usually you can see just how many times it's been viewed.
Sure.
Is a big one, and that's on like the reels. But the posts, like, I mean, they'll break it down for you.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everything. Honestly, I'm a little bad. Like, I just
No, it's fine.
I haven't dived in there because I'm just like, oh, but I need to because that can numbers help you grow.
And you mentioned like the algorithm game, like,
oh yeah,
right? I mean, and Facebook and Instagram, they're scanning your photos too, right? I mean, they're not just your text, but if they go, okay, red sweater, then, and if we know that a girl in Arizona likes red sweaters, then we're going to show her stuff about red. I mean, it's just, I'm serious. It's a crazy algorithm that Facebook and Instagram has, and it's not just your posts and so forth, but they're literally looking at the content of the photos through AI and so forth. So
yeah, and like, I don't know what, you really do need to dig down on those analytics and see which ones, did well, did perform well, and go for that. So like, that's what I was saying. Like, when I show my face, those always perform well.
Sure.
So I know that. So you really need to know, what those ones do perform well, and just keep doing those doing something a little different, tweaking.
Sure.
You know, they say kind of reusing the content. So like if that did well,
Exactly.
you know,
Yes.
reuse it in some different way. Like
Yeah.
you already did the hard work. You know this one, worked. And see, I've learned that, I've seen that in a lot of boutiques. Like, I'm like, man, kind of looks the same, but it's different.
Right.
Like it's a panoramic of their store, but just different wording and just kind of recycling, reusing
Sure.
the things that worked.
What do you see as the future trends for social media for businesses? What's next? What's emerging now?
Ooh, I mean, definitely using the AI and everything, I feel like. But really that TikTok game, getting on TikTok, you just have to be on all social media. And a lot of businesses, I mean, they could be on Twitter. Like, you have to be present on social media nowadays. Like,
The only thing I'll not challenge, say back to that is, I would advise if you're gonna do social media, make sure you do it well. Don't go, I have to be on all 17 of them. If you're going to be on Facebook, then own Facebook and be the best at Facebook. But don't be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, I just came up with, and so forth. If you can't put the time and effort into them.
Yeah, you're exactly right on that. They say, you need to have quality. Like, you can't, don't freak, like just keep posting to post.
Yeah,
so you're exactly right, Reeves. Like it's got to be quality. You got to.
And consistent. Like
and
you
consistent.
said, yeah.
So like because like people just or they freak out and they're like, I haven't made a post, let me just post. But that's not quality. You got to think of quality content.
Yeah.
So you're right. Don't over stretch
Yeah.
yourself. You really need to, hey, I'm going to show up on TikTok for 15 days straight. Focus on that.
Right.
Kind of set some goals, small
Sure.
goals,
Right.
in the social media realm, and go from there. And like, don't spread yourself too thin and just like trying to throw out left and right content that doesn't pertain to your customers and has nothing to do with your business. Because yes, that's gonna be worse, and people are gonna be like, what is this?
You're right.
You gotta have that quality content, and sometimes that's a challenge. Sometimes I'm like, is this like. Yeah, I just want to post. I'm like, I gotta get it out. Like, and I'm frantic, and there's something out. But you're exactly
And that's
right.
that's where you can kind of use Chat GPT and so forth. Hey, give me an idea for a social media post today for my boutique.
I know that is so true. Like,
does.
It does, and and like we all need to utilize that. That's gonna be scary, but that's gonna be the new way, really, because it is now. It's there. And it's just going to keep getting better and evolving. So you got to jump on it. I know a lot of people don't want to and jump on anything. Some people are still just stuck on Facebook. But it's just, you got to stay up with this technology. Because then you're going to be stuck in the dust.
Any other advice? Anything else I missed?
Let's see. I think we covered a lot. I would just say if, anyone is, looking to open a boutique or anything, I'm always here for advice. I love to see Huntington grow. I'm here for it. It's a lovely, amazing community.
It is.
I am, here today because of the community, because of my customers. Like, I felt the love and support since day one. So, I mean, and if anybody wants to talk about social media, I'm always here. Collabs, too. Collabs are good with other businesses. And I mean,
Talk about that, collabs.
Yeah.
What collabs have you done with other businesses?
We have I do pop-ups with VC Boutique. So
Okay.
we, do our pop-ups together. We're actually doing one at La Fontaine's in December 7th. So that's going to be fun. And I do collabs like permanent jewelry. A lady will come in. But we've done like big giveaways with a lot of local boutiques. We need to do that again because that's always good to get all the other stores involved.
Yeah.
But mostly my collabs really have been with VC.
And then are you all, again, on like the social media, are you doing like the collaborative posts and so forth?
No,
or-
we haven't done
Okay,
that.
okay.
Usually we're just like set up together.
Yeah, sure, I got you.
And we've done giveaways together, like
Okay.
gift card giveaways, like around the holiday.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's just been a hot second since we've like all done a giveaway and everything. But I just say community over competition too.
Yeah.
Let's all work
No,
together.
that's 100% right. I mean, if you can we just got to get people downtown shopping.
Yeah.
And everything else will take care of itself.
Yes,
Just get people downtown.
Get people.
Yeah,
I just want you to get downtown, eat, shop, love it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care where. If you can't find something at my store, I'm going to tell you where to go.
Yeah.
I just want people to find what they want, the love in downtown. Like, so I'm here for it, I'm a big supporter. So, yeah.
Perfect.
That's our episode. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and even leave us a review. Season 1 of In Your Business is presented by Moses Auto Mall of Huntington. Online at mosesmeansmore.com. And powered by the Huntington Regional Chamber of Commerce and Kindred Communications.